So I personally am not a very good Haven player, and they absolutely this is like just not even fair. This is just a biblical beatdown. So I kind of want to see this. That's so. All right, so we're gonna do this. Yeah. Anyways, like I was saying, most metas don't shift. Everything's kind of the same nowadays. But the only thing you're starting to see is a little more single duelist chamber or no duelist chamber, and you're also starting to see Astra on Breeze. That's starting to pop up quite a bit. So here for the Viper action. Let's go. Yeah, and then obviously this is like what I was gonna say here. Like pretty much everything's kind of the same. Most teams run a lot of KJ on this map, but you will definitely see some Cypher here and there, and some teams run the Chamber. I think it's kind of accepted the fact that like the hard Sentinels I call them are better, but you can make Chamber work, and like in some very rare cases like Sage work. But yeah, this is interesting to have no Sky. So like I like the Viper on this map, but it gets kind of hard, I feel like, because you get so much value out of your second initiator. I think like Sky, specifically Sky, her best maps are this one and like a bind, and KO's like this map probably, and like I don't know, that's debatable, but regardless, thanks for the follows, guys, by the way. I appreciate all of you. So I don't know, I'm interested to see how this plays out. One thing that like you're gonna probably see a lot of, I don't know, I haven't even watched this game really. I saw a few things that they did. I like kind of tuned in, but I think it was in the middle of practice. I don't know what I was doing, but then I remember looking back and they were like up 10-0. I was like, oh, okay. So let me unmute it. So I'm literally just watching this with you along, and then I'll give my input here and there. Okay, this is really good. This is amazing. So the only thing that I like really, the thing that's really good here, and this is like something for everybody to keep in mind with any of your teams, like 9 times out of 10, unless you're at a tier 1 level, or this is a tier 1 level, and sometimes it doesn't even happen, is like, look at the timings across the board. Like, they double swing through the smoke at the same time they pull the contact with this alarm bot. So it's like, they threw this no offense, awful fake at the start of the round that didn't do anything. It actually made it worse for them, because Mata was over here, Adam was just vibing, and he was like, oh, nothing's actually here. Just stay where you are. And they ran into a 3-stack, including a Viper. But look at the timing. They all get around this alarm bot. Everybody's at the same time, including these two. So this is obviously just not good. Tig and playing in a smoke. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't think I like. I don't know. If you have a triple stack site. Oh, did they double up? Oh, I guess B-Dog does trade one. Okay, regardless, that's the best part about this is like that timing. Like that. Look at like that. There was like a trigger there, and everybody went at the same time, including the garage players. So that's probably why we actually see B-Dog make this weird, awkward kind of play. Because Tig's sitting in the smoke, and as that happens, Adam's calling, yo, garage, and now B-Dog's like, wait a minute. So he's just spamming and backpedaling. Yeah, you literally saw it. So he just is like hoping, hey. Anyways, okay, so this is good. This is like something important to note, because like this is against a good team and to a triple stack site. And like they just go at the same time and they just overwhelm with numbers. Like it's really that simple. So that happens, cool. Adam has to back, or B-Dog ends up getting one, but he's like terrified of garage, so he's doing this weird backtrack fight thing. Can't really help himself. Moose goes 1 for 1, swings into 3, and they all die. Really good by the guard, honestly. At the end of the day, like if you just play your numbers and you just use your brain, like, or you just use your timings like they did, then you'll just overwhelm. Anyways, good pistol though, or like this I'm not gonna watch it again. This was good. Everybody goes on the same trigger. Everybody, including the garage players. Really, really good. Okay, whatever. They just clear out A. Looks like they don't want to go A. I think what their plan would have probably been was, depending on what that dog gets, is what their next reaction is. And it getting nothing is honestly enough for them to be like, they probably have a site set up, which they kind of do. And considering there's a Viper, you can't really like, it's kind of hard to gamble into something like that. It's a little scary. So maybe they assume there's a Viper there. Maybe they just assume there's some sort of setup play. So he called that. Okay, here we go. Dazzle's good from the shocks. Dazzle. Wait, okay, how'd they lose this? Strikes down on Asaya, and Dazzle's able to get another one. This is now just chaos for the guard. They had their space. Okay, let's back up like an inch. So yeah, I was correct about the net thing. He's just kind of like pulling his team around. He's like, hey, they have an alarm bot here. Now, if I had to guess, likely he's assuming, okay, they have an alarm bot. They're gonna have multiple C, because everybody does, or they're gonna either have some sort of garage setup or multiple C, because like I said, that's the standard. And And with the Viper, they don't actually have to do like the 3A that's pretty common. And so through him seeing this alarm bot, he probably assumes that B is just completely weak.
Yeah, like you said,
Because a team's not going to put an alarm bot B if they're playing strong side on B. Which it's Haven, it's a little different, but same idea. Which is true, that's a good read. If that is the read, that's really good. Because that's exactly what happens. They realize B is weak and they're taking it. Nice. He gets shocked off. Jonah goes to make a play. That's okay. Not the worst thing ever. And let's see. How does this go south? This looks unlosable. Oh my goodness. Okay. Does he pull this setup? So Valen here's him running away. So Adam goes to support Tig. If I had to guess, because obviously they know they're in B. And second of all, it's like they do have a bonus. You don't want your teammate taking a 1. But then he doesn't. So how did Net get that one? Hang on, I didn't see the Net kill. Sorry. I wish I could go back in 5-second increments. It's only 10 though, which is sad. And this is a 6-hour stream, so. So Net just kills Dazzle. He's just staring at that. YouTube, the VOD is up, is it? Okay, that might be a lot better. Like it if you have it, or I'll just find it. That's highlights. I need the full thing.
Here we go. Full best of.
Okay, this will do. It's better than this. All right, sick. Where were we? Okay, better, much better. This is so much easier. Plus, it probably looks better. Or like the problem, whenever you pause on Twitch, like the play button will sit in the middle. Turn on dark mode. I do whatever I want. Don't talk to me, okay? I know Valorant mode is true. Does he upload is he the VOD guy? Oh, he is the VOD guy. Nice. Noted. Alright, anyways, regardless, let's see, Net gets this one on Dazzle. Now that just doesn't make any sense. There's no reason for him to try and even sort of take a fight. Obviously, I don't think he was trying to, but like, it doesn't like, we have the A line enough to the point where we don't have to like freak out and like do this weird, I don't know, that him dying here just feels really weird. Maybe he just missed time to smoke. No, he just takes a fight and loses it. That doesn't make, I don't know, I don't like that. That doesn't really make any sense. We know they're still in B. Tig has the line in the other way. And then you have backup from a teammate. So if they push you, you just kill them. That was a bad fight. And then Adam unfortunately gets caught off guard. Now, this gets weird because, like, I think his original rotate over to help Tig was fine because obviously it's like, hey, they're on a bonus. Let's not just give them free. Let's not give them ones because that's, you know, they can maybe win it, which does not explain this fight. But then he gets caught off guard because Valent's lurked up. So, like, this is just an awareness thing, and it's also good on Valen, good timing there. Whether or not it was intentional, I don't think it was fully intentional. I think Valen did. No, it was actually. I think he heard him run away. Wait, I gotta see, like, YouTube's also just like loud. I gotta get it to like 2%. Not that. Can you set the time, bro? I look like an idiot doing this, I'm sure. I need like a 47er. Whatever, 5% I'll do. It's a little loud, but it doesn't matter. I'll just do this. Problem solved. Alright, anyways, so yeah. Valen here's a runaway. That's good by him to catch that. Also bad on Adam to not really be aware of that. Like, it's a bonus. They have they've cut all noise on B. We don't have any lines other than B lines, kind of, and A. It's very possible he's up garage or C, and he ends up getting caught anyways. Trent trades off Tig. So now it's just a 2v2, and they know where they are. Or I think they just assume that B-Dog is... And the Net is in a lurch spot. Needs to get both or else it's a one and done. He will find the first and immediately backs away. I feel like this is so like...
Yeah, technically a one and done, but it's because he just booted the hell out of there. So in we go, B-Dog.
I mean, nice. Okay, so let's back up. I feel like this is so just honestly badly played by Luminosity.
Covering up both choke points here.
Like, all this was fine. Good shocks. Sitting in the smoke's not bad. It's like, dude, like, just chill. If we have a 2v2, Tig can probably kind of hang out where he's at. Or maybe they both back up into CT. If they both just vibe here, this will never happen. Because if they're never going to walk through B-Link enough to the point where you won't see them, if they walk around, these two players should be here anyways. They shouldn't be. He should not be in this spot. And V-Dog still has the line, enough of the line at least, to where he's ready because the wall's up. Cool, and then he probably ends up taking a better here for the Guitar Hero songs. Yeah, nah, not yet. I had it up and then I got bullied out of it in the first minute, so it didn't happen. Yeah, and then he just gets caught off guard. Kind of unfortunate here because he was like ready for it, but like not that ready. So this is good by Valen. He gets the trade. Yeah, this is just like, it's just sloppy. It looks like. This is just, it's good by the guard and just kind of sloppy by Luminosity. It's like there's just a lot of holes that don't really make any sense to me. And even like here, it's like we know they're going C. Net was last in front of B. Where's he probably gonna be? Garage. Like, I don't know. I just feel like maybe there's something I'm missing here, but I just feel like this is just like kind of troll. Not troll, but or I guess troll. Whatever. I'm not gonna be nice. Like this just seems troll. And then yeah, he just kind of peeks up. Now B-Dog doesn't really have a choice here. He just has to take fights. All right, interesting. Alright, they're back on a bonus. Okay, we'll go through this pretty quick. It is troll. Yeah, that definitely was just like bad, honestly. That should never have happened. Like they played everything correctly up until Dazzle taking a fight, and then like they just misspaced everything. It just looked like, I don't know. It was just weird. So what'd they start with here? So he's grabbing orb. They threw a dart. Is that a dart? Yeah, it's a dart. Okay, nothing crazy. Just light pressure across the map. Asher holding C because Asher's at the AFK on this map, and that's okay. Trowel. That was peak LD experience. I don't watch enough. Or sorry, I watch obviously, but I don't like study enough hard numbers to like have like an identity. They scare you for a bit. Dude, like LG's like, I don't know. I will watch the VOD. We'll see what happens. The big thing I'm interested about in this VOD is like how much of this 10-0 run is guard doing correct and being good, and how much of it is LG just not doing good. And so far, it's a bit of both. Of course, obviously, that's kind of expected whenever you have a really like a hard crunch on a map. But like, I don't know. That last round was like, that was kind of hard to watch, to be honest. Like, that seemed like it was very, very ambitious. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. It could just, you know, stuff like that does happen, to be honest. Like, silver lining. Like, sometimes you have lapse of judgment and you make a misplay and it just kind of spirals from there. So, it does happen. But anyways, all right. So, back to, I wasn't paying some attention. Very standard. So, they do this slow standard mid default a lot. I think this is kind of good, especially against the Viper. Because, like, they're gonna most teams nowadays, at least it feels like, always have some plan for C, whether it's retake or a setup. They have a setup here, not like in this exact state, but they have had the setup on C. And obviously they know the Viper wall is being played like this, so they have the Viper wall on A. So it looks like they don't even want to mess with A. They're just like, we're done with that. We're not dealing with that. If I had to guess, they've realized there's a hole in B just through VOD viewing, or just awareness, or both even. And so that's why we see this mid pressure a lot. I think this is really good. This smoke is incredible. I love this smoke. Both of these are really good. I don't do this one enough, but this window smoke is so powerful because what ends up happening is like every map, in my opinion, has like a choke point or multiple at least. And with Haven, it's garage. If you have garage control as like attackers, so these people, that's why I'm circling that. It's like it feels really awkward for the defense, and everything feels like it shifts, and that's kind of what you see here. Now, obviously, they're on a bonus, but like look at everything moving. All the pieces are moving around, kind of at least. They're walking down together. That's just bonus stuff. Hang on, let's back up. Maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself.
From this attacking side, from the guard, or at least what you would expect from the default, we are seeing though.
So let's keep going. Dog up, pop the smoke.
Always an opportunity for a trade.
We're probably going to see him shoot that turret if I had to guess, and they're just going to back up.
Again, just waiting up for one single pick to actually.
So he doesn't even break the turret. Okay. But you see the concept, right? it's like whenever you destroy, if you ever like disrupt their garage play, the garage is a big part of the way that they're going to end up playing C. And so when you disrupt that, all these pieces kind of shift a little bit, and you kind of see that happening now. Sort of. Like I said, it's a bonus, like not really, but that's the concept. So this is good by Luminosity, but yeah. So here, this is what they did not want to deal with, but they probably are just like, screw it, let's go. Wait, why is he doing this? Huh? He dash at them?
Someone help him out. Viper now on the back site. 3 players have rotated here towards this A side. Still B-Dog just hanging out in towards sewers. Double
What? Why?
He does that. Still B-Dog just hanging out in towards sewers. Viper now on the back site. 3 players have rotated.
Oh, he tried to beat the drone. Okay, I was about to say, surely I'm missing something. That's what it was. Okay. That's what it is. Okay, that's like kind of fine. Still a little ambitious because, yeah, I respect it too. I don't think that's bad. Yeah, and then here you go. Once again, you kind of see it. Now, obviously, they have worse guns, but like, they just are like, we're just going to run through your setup. We don't care. We're just going to play our numbers. We're going to have good timing, good spacing. Boom, gets the kill. The spacing here is not actually that good. Actually, this is actually bad spacing. They don't really have a choice, though, to be fair. It's like he ends up taking a 1 because he's still in his smoke. This is a 1. This is a 1. So they actually took 3 1v1s. They could have lost them. And they almost did. Because Tig gets 1 and Moose gets 1. But they already had a numbers advantage, so it didn't matter too much.
Able to get up 2 kills, so it's just Jonah P and Saya down, but 3 players still remaining.
Alright, anyways, and then it's a 3v1. Yeah, he just gets utiled out, whatever.
Forced to make a move, elected to take the fight.
Trent. Yep, he just spams him. Okay, cool.
Quite
Nothing
difficult,
crazy.
actually.
Alright, let's back up.
You're absolutely right. This one is going to be quite difficult.
So they have op yet? They do have op.
Actually, for B-Dog
Nice.
to try to hold on to. He wants this first pick.
So they get the A line and they're playing hard left side map. What happened here?
He wants this first.
I feel like I wonder if this is anti-strat or if it is just we're just gonna buy the op and this is what we're doing with it and it worked out.
Pick. Saya player.
I honestly think it's more anti-strat, and the reason I say that is because I don't know. I guess I haven't watched Guard enough to know if they like the T side op. Slow, you might actually know if you're still here. Dude, they like to T side op a lot. Saya does. Okay, so never mind. This is just what they plan to do with it, and it worked in their favor.
There you go. Saya, a massive win now for the Guard, but
All right, never mind then. Cool, good for them.
Don't.
Always takes that peak. Got it. There you go. So they should know that then. If that's actually true, they should be doing their homework. That's kind of unfortunate, sort of. Like he just manages to get the pit angle, I'll call it. Pit is a RuneScape term. And like in RuneScape, when you have pit, you just have advantage. Anyways, what I mean by that is like he just kind of happens to get the better angle. This isn't like super intentional. He just plans to hold long and he just ends up getting the advantage. So kind of bad, kind of sucks for Luminosity, but at the same time it's like, yeah, both of you are saying Sai always does this. We should probably know this if we're Luminosity, but whatever. Was trying to anti-strat guard. Maybe, yeah, that's kind of what I'm expect. That's kind of what I'm thinking, that Luminosity like tried, they just soloed the op A long like that, because this typically wouldn't make sense, but they do that because, yeah. Passive A lobby op after. Okay. Anyways, actually kind of good, to be honest, by Luminosity, but it just kind of sucks the way it played itself out. I think the idea is correct, so never mind. Good on them. Actually, but unfortunately just didn't pan out, and that's the beauty of Valorant. It's chess boxing. Sometimes you can play the cards right, but you might just get hit harder, and that's the way it happens sometimes. So now this is their little fake. See, they do this a lot. I don't
actually go back to see, but look how much attention is there.
See, I don't really like that. Like, this is multiple times we've seen Jonah specifically, and it's not, obviously probably not just him doing it, where they like throw this util. I don't know. I guess Viper rotates. No, Viper just probably rotates just because of the timing. She just walks over. Oh, never mind. It does work. Wow. Okay, so this is. Never mind. I disregard whatever I just said, I guess. But like 3? I feel like the Viper's fine. Like if I'm Astra, I just give you a star and like you can just cycle your mollies on the wall. And like you're not running through that.
even then, I mean, LG are not willing to take this space. Now an Aladron will come out, which should allow
No.
rotations to shift back towards the left side of the map. And yeah,
So yeah, then now they're just going for like a C split. Looks pretty standard.
Dazzle. Then Aladron
Reflashes A.
inside the guard with 40
They
seconds left. Just
kind-
enough time to
wait.
make an exec.
Oh, interesting.
Back towards A.
Yeah, and because of the bird, because of the guiding light, again.
So was this like I wonder if the second flash was supposed to this one? I wonder if this flash was supposed to give them like the false sense of like, nah, it's a fake, bro. We're not staying here. We could leave, and then they actually go into it. I wonder if that's what that was.
Aladron up towards the C side, the guard with 40 seconds.
Yeah,
left.
because this drone, because they don't follow anybody up with it, they obviously can't follow it. Like they obviously just can't use it effectively. And I think they see this KJ, probably expect the KJ Astra. I don't know. They see nobody on site.
Aladron up towards the C side.
I don't know. That's my assumption. They see nobody on site. They probably assume they're going to either walk back in or they obviously have like a passive stall setup and they have 30 seconds.
Just enough time to make an exec.
I don't know. This is an interesting mid-round call.
Towards A.
Yeah, and because of the bird, because of the guiding light.
We'll see what happens.
Again, we saw that a bit earlier.
I think they wanted to find out a stack. Like just clearing everything. Yeah, it's possible. Actually, you're probably right. That's probably what it is. But why would they stack on this round? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, that's kind of depressing. Okay, but like you can't do this if you're Moose. Like you just can't. I feel like this is so just not it. Like we literally see him walk up. They might flash me, then gets flashed. Like if you're expecting a flash and their time is this slow, and you have a Sova, you have your teammate on back site with this one way. Also, I like this. I'm stealing this. We're asleep. Now Valen's been cold for a while. I don't think that's like him being like slept on though per se. I think it's just like people are just kind of realizing like, oh, there's this Valen guy who's really freaking good. Like it's not just like, yeah, I don't know. That's how I see it at least. Cause like, I mean, I know Valen. Like I don't know him as like super personally, but like we're just like, what's the word? Mutuals just on like Twitter and stuff, and like he's just slowly risen his way through the ranks. So it's like I don't think slept on is the right word. He's just getting his respect now is all. Anyways, side note. Okay, I like this star. Yeah, this is a massive misplay by Moose. If he sits back sight, they win the round. Or he's got to commit to what he's doing and like, all right, I'm hard playing anti-flash. Because he dies, Tig gets for one, ends up getting sprayed through the smoke. They get the bomb down, whatever. Dazzle's got to run up. Kind of has to. Okay, he ends up not. He gets... Dude, somebody like... They're going for so many ambitious plays and they don't have to.
They just make their full take. So there goes a cosmic divide.
It's like that fades. They have no time at all. You have your mollies down.
The Hunter's Fury is
Watching Jake on Twitch. Who? Who's Jake? Valen? Oh, that is Jake, isn't it? It's Jacob. Whatever, I'm a freaking idiot. Yeah. What was he saying? Interesting. Anyways, whatever. Troll by Moose. I don't like that at all. That doesn't make any sense to me. Tig is going for plays. But the thing about Tig's play here, like this is fine. This is like a one-way that they might not be ready for. Gets one. If Moose is back sight, these guys are now flooding. Yeah, Valen equals Jake. Yeah, nah, my bad. I'm stupid. These guys are now flooding to the right here, and then he would just pick up one, maybe even two, because Tig's here to like give him this like half support.
But that flash is so big. Tig, a gap in the smoke, but he can
Yeah, that made no sense to me. I don't like that at all.
Leaves the guard with a 4-on-2. The cosmic divide should be going down in a few, and not only that, but I think that
yeah, and then that's ambitious. That's a little more acceptable ambitious though by Dazzle because like, hey, we are gonna,
out in the open, and that's
you know,
around the guard. 5
it's a 4v2. Time's ticking. Like I'm gonna try and make a play. Makes a little more sense. Anyways, okay. So yeah, like nothing is like exceptional this game. It seems like just a lot of weird mistakes from LG's side. 70-30 LG bad, guard good. I think it's even more than that, like 75-25 or something. Like it's pretty yeah. I don't know. Actually no, I'd say that because I don't want to like take away from guard because that feels wrong. Because they're definitely like playing the map right and doing a good job, feeling out the stacks. That makes sense. That was a good point you brought up by the way.
and
Wait, what was he talking about me? What was he like saying? When was this? Not that it like matters, but I'm curious.
realistically, the one map where we ended up seeing some of that effect was actually more on Bind, if anything. We didn't get a lot of a taste in terms of.
All right. Anyways,
what this is free with
cool.
and
So
affecting them now potentially.
yeah, agreed. Kind of. So this is just. I'm just gonna skip this. Yep. They just run up A. They feel. Yeah. They're pretty whatever. Nothing crazy. I know they win the round and it's a bonus, so I just don't care. All right. So back to what we're saying. Let's see. So they've swapped their setup up efficiently. I'm assuming they're gonna have the op on B-Dog. They do. So this is where they've officially moved everything around, and we see them actually switch up their default. So good, like, read. Watching your stream. Oh, was he? Nice. This is a good, like, read by guard, I think. To like, understand, okay, we are absolutely running over them right now. They gotta switch something up. Let's, like, give them a switch up, too. So, they did do this last round, to be fair. But yeah, this is different. Like he goes for a different like approach.
Early for Sue, whereas this Viper's Pit will be cleared out now by the Trailblazers. They want to get aggressive. Moose.
Good. Okay, I like this ult by the way. This is a good ult. This is really good ult actually. Because you gotta be like up in there to get the kills. Like that's really good. And then yeah, you walk. Yep, good. That's a good ult. Nice. Okay. See the problem with Viper on this map though is the thing that's so good about Viper. Like ults is like you could put it on a spot and like you can just give it up. But with the way this map is designed, there's so many lanes. Like you can't like you end up like theoretically if you ult like A or B on a map, it's like you're gonna want Viper to be there like almost by herself. But there's 3 sites. Excuse me, Jesus. There's 3 sites and multiple lanes. So like this just doesn't make any sense. Or not that it doesn't make sense. Sorry, this is a good ult. But like it's hard to get efficient ult on a map like this. Because of the way this works. So they're usually, like on a map like Icebox, that's just what they do. They just put the ult down and then they'll lean away from it. But you can't do that on this map because of the way it's designed. Because what if they just do this? It's like, okay, well that's why they gotta leave the KJ, which makes the Viper like worse, so. That Viper looks like pea shooter from Plants vs. Zombies. Oh, it does actually. I like that. I like that look. Anyways, all right. So I feel like if you're, but like that's fine. I feel like if you're gonna ult, you should do it in like a choke point, like a garage or something. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see if it. I mean, it does scare them away, which is I guess their goal. So that's cool. But it just feels weird to me. Yeah, there's no hiding spot in the ult. That's true. This one works though because of how big it is. Because he's not gonna walk up into the ult in drone. So theoretically, he'd drone like he'd have to clear all of it out. And they could just hypothetically molly behind it, and nobody's gonna follow it. And then from there, it's like now they're just gonna be at 1 HP because they're gonna back up. And if they're not, then you can just like re-clear it. So whatever. Do you like the Viper pick from LG? Don't know if you spoke on that yet. I think the Viper pick's fine. I think the Viper pick's fine. I don't think the Viper is like the problem here. The only problem with it is you get a lot of value out of a Sky and or KO on this map. This is one of the better double initiator maps in the game. Other maps you can like get most maps run double initiator, right? Like that's just obvious. It's the best comp. But other maps you can veer away from it just because of the way it's designed. But this is one of the few maps I feel like you really can't. Like double initiator is really good here. So that's the only problem I have. But I think the Viper's good here. I don't think the Viper's like bad. It's just you do sacrifice the Sky and like that kind of hurts. But yeah, the Viper is not what's losing them this game. That's the thing. They're losing this game. Literally, it's pretty much just been all like mistakes. Like I'm not even trolling. They haven't really made any crazy misplays. Nothing like that has happened. They haven't made any bad reads. It's just there was one questionable read. That was it. But the rest have just been them just taking stupid fights, and that's just been it. I think mod on KJ is no. I think KJ's fine. Do you mean like him as a player or like KJ? What do you mean? All right. Anyways, let's back to the line. I'm rambling a lot. All right, so this is something that we see guard do a lot. Most teams follow up a drone. They like to just drone it out and feel the space, which I think is really good to do on a map like Haven because once again, there's so many lanes. So they instantly know B is weak side. Did he dodge the drone is what I want to know. He technically saw his gun barrel. I don't know if he actually saw it though. Regardless, they know nobody's on site, so that's big. So we'll kind of see them go into this.
Already ready over towards B
lane. Oh yeah, they're just ready. They're just gonna swing into here. He's staying on the A line.
Getting compensated for it,
Smokes
but look how
down.
many players are already here for
They're
LG.
just walking
3
up.
players surrounding this B site.
Yeah, this
But
is
the
good by
other
guard. Their
side,
B has been
the
consistently
Nano
weak,
Storm
so let's pressure it
The
out.
spike
Like,
is
good for them.
actually going down. This one's just gonna be a whole
And,
wonderful
ooh, I like this
back
plant.
in
I
Nano.
like this a lot.
Nano Storm pops.
This looks stupid, I know, but they're so, like, just they're A, confident that they have the site, and B, confident that they're not going to swing through and be able to either kill them both or kill any of them. So most people, and this is, I'm going to hop in the valid plant. Most teams, what they do, where are we? Is the typical plant where it's like here. But the problem is, look at what, watch Dazzle. He shocks it. But he's not there. It's actually a really good plant. Like, this is what I mean, bro. There's 2 1v1s here. Like, how, man? Just wait. Just retake together. I don't know. I just feel like this doesn't make any sense. Does he have ult? No, he doesn't. Okay. Like, dude, they literally just... Okay, well, no, one of them got spammed. But Adam just swings. He has ult. Like, you have KJ ult. Why are we swinging? I don't know. It's hard because, like, I don't want to... It's hard for me to, like, sit here and be like, I don't respect your one. Like, that's one thing that a lot of people talk about. And, like, I have, like, kind of a strong opinion on. It's like, there's obviously good fights and there's bad fights. But at the end of the day, it's like, who am I to call out your one-on-one? Sometimes if you feel it's right, it's right. And this is a high risk, high reward right here. But, like, in this case, it's a little weird. Because it's like, we have ult up. B is really easy to retake. Like, I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to get into the post plant. So they were just like, F it, let's just try to get a numbers advantage here. But even then, he's still probably just going to get traded. This just doesn't feel like it makes any sense. Look at how guard enters sight. On B, it should be an all-out. It's so hard to take the one fight. Yeah, no, I agree. But this is one thing I think guard just does a good job at.
In the chat? Okay.
Like, their, like, spacing is incredible, it looks like. Like, everywhere, and that's what's so, like, beautiful about, like, the way this team plays. It's like, and this is what, like, lower level teams should be, like, taking note of. The biggest thing that I've noticed that the guard does well is space. Like, they're up 6-0. Obviously, a lot of that's Luminosity's mistakes. But, like, dude, if you just stay together, bro, like, you're gonna be fine. Especially on a map like Haven, where it's gonna be hard to run into, like, a triple stack. Like, that's really, like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, it's not rocket science. Like, just take the space and just, that's all you gotta do. Now, I truly stand by calling a bad fight. It's fine. I mean, yeah, I agree. In this case, this is a bad fight. But, yeah. This is SWAT team entering in. Hey, you'll get him there. Well, I guess you're analysts, but whatever. You'll kind of get him there. Anyways, all right, cool. So that's Troll. Dazzle gets spammed. Kind of bad positioning by Dazzle, but he did get spammed, so just kind of unfortunate. Unless he saw a gun, but I don't think he did. Yeah, he just spammed because he saw the shock, and he kind of moved into it. Kind of unlucky, but also just bad.
Now the smoke is up towards the C side, and well, they know that a Viper's in rotation.
Good. This is, by the way, beautiful patience out of Saya. This man has not moved. The bomb is down. They are rotating. He's not moving. I like that. I like that a lot.
No, you don't at all. You don't really have.
And they just, yeah, they're playing the retail. They're not even going for it. Yeah, this is just so, like, there's just been a lot of mistakes. Oh, wow, they win out this too. This is exact pathing on Haven. Yeah, it's really good. Like, that patience is insane. This man sat here. Let's, like, do it. Let's count. Okay, so he does... Okay, it's not as long as I thought. But, I mean, still, like, he's still sitting there for 30 seconds just... Like, I respect that. Actually, like, 40 seconds. And he almost gets one, too. Saya's crazy discipline? Yeah. Good. That's what you need. People should study Saya. Everybody wants to study these crazy, fast, insane jet players. Like, no, dude. Study something like this. You want to study, like, the textbook. Like, that's what you want. That's a nice shot by Jonah. Jonah's sick. I think Jonah's underrated. That's somebody I will say is underrated. Anyways. Alright. So, same thing. Like, it's just Luminosity's just trolling. But I think the good thing to take away from this, like I said from the guard, their spacing is phenomenal. And the way they play the map. They just feel out... it looks like they have like and this could be wrong, this is just kind of how I'm seeing it. It looks like they have like a set idea or like a set plan of what they want to do, like not necessarily before the round, once they analyze the map, and then like through just like they just feel it out really well. And so once you feel out, hey, this is like doable, if we just keep our spacing good, we're not going to lose. So I think that's really, really good by them. Something to take note of. Because they're not doing anything like super crazy. Like they're just, yeah, like numbers together. Like this is the pop. They shot the God Dart. Now this is a triple stack, so this should be interesting. A Viper wall change. Yeah, that wall's interesting. I don't think the A wall. I think keeping the A wall is fine, but it's just like. Actually, never mind. No, I don't. Take that back. Valen Great Shadow played over MC. I've heard great things about MC. I've heard MC is insane and like a big like factor. Net's one of the like. I don't want to sound like corny, but like Net's one of my like inspirations in Valorant for sure. Like just the kid that just like worked. He just worked his ass off and he just kept his head down and just stayed humble and he just got it done. It's like I have so much respect for that. No, never egos anybody. A lot of these players, when they get signed or hit a certain point, like they just have this weird ego that just doesn't make sense. It's like it's okay to have like respect for yourself and kind of like an ego that way. But some of these people just like lose respect for people under them at a certain point. Net has anytime I go to Net for any questions, he's always just like tells me like nice things. He always responds. Like I just have so much respect for Net. Anyways, side note. That's just a side spiel, but. That's why I'm glad. That's like this is why this is one of the reasons I cheer for this team really hard is because he's on it and I really like him as a player. Plus he's just good. You know, it's hard to not cheer for this team. There's a lot of likable people on it. I found I stay week prayed X now I'm signed. True. Yeah, and then this is just the typical like whatever. I don't even know why I'm watching this round. Bonus. And then the other thing about guard 2 is now obviously Luminosity is making an unbelievable amount of mistakes, but a lot of the times in this game you can make some mistakes and they can be forgiven because of the other team not being ready to capitalize on them. With this slow pace that or I guess Valen, but with the slow pace that guard is doing, it's a very like it makes it hard for them to whenever they do make mistakes, like it's really punished. So that's another thing to give them props for. Like I don't want it to be like all Luminosity's not doing well. It's like yeah, that's a big factor, but they're doing them playing the way they are and doing what they're doing helps them able to be helps them to capitalize it effectively. Anyways, okay. Now they do this mid stuff a lot, and I kind of like this. This is something that I'm gonna try to implement into my team maybe a little bit. Like they just don't even worry about A. Now part of that it's Viper. And partially probably anti-stratting too, to an extent. I guarantee you with Luminosity playing this map the way they do, I bet you most teams have low success rates hitting A because of the Viper, but that sucks. So okay, this right here, this is like textbook round, to my opinion, for Haven, right here. This is what you need to do as teams playing this map out. Take garage, or really anywhere, or it can be short, it can maybe even be B, and you get in there. Like, you get in there, and you're, like, gonna highly disrupt that. That's how you play it, and then you back out and reassess, because that's gonna shift everything. They didn't counter-strat LG? Okay, it doesn't look like it. It does not look like it. But that's just food for thought. Got teams that don't fraud garage. Yeah, like this is so good. This is amazing. Now that sucks. That's unlucky to an extent, but it's still possible. But like, look how everything shifts now. The only thing that holds is the line with the op at short, which is obviously gonna kind of stay consistent because their Haven winner is so good. They play their own game. Yeah, no, they're doing a good job. Like everything shifts. The C players move around differently. Sova's completely rotated over. Whatever. Also, I'm gonna start doing this. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Net literally sit in this corner, right there, or right here, and just sit there and just wait. I'm gonna get my Sentinel to do that more and just vibe out. Like, all right, what do you hear? What's going on? Because that really helps this really slow pace that they have. This is what we thought about our set. We're playing on Pepe Left. I kind of want to be that game too. Because the also sent is obviously cold. Yeah, and look at that. Even better. Trent the rookie's so good. Yeah, no, Trent's insane. I like Trent a lot. I played with him I played on a team with him like 2 months ago. That's the craziest thing to me. Like obviously he was insane then. I thought he was like really good. But like that's just like I was on a team with a guy, and then all of a sudden 2 months later he's like one of the best players. It's like, all right, good for you. Anyways, yep, that's how it goes, dude. That's sometimes what happens. You just find the diamonds in the rough. Anyways, but yeah, like I was saying, like yeah, look at what happens. They completely shift their setup entirely, except for the op line, which you're gonna naturally keep because that's kind of that's you know that's just a thing you do with jet op or op in general. But they invest a drone, and this is fine. We have a numbers advantage. They've shifted their setup, and they just invested one of the best pieces of util. We can just do whatever we want. Was he as good when he was playing with you? I mean, it's hard to say. Like, he was definitely really good, of course, but he's definitely learned a lot playing with the guard as well. Like, he would drop numbers in scrims, and in tourneys as well. He would definitely, like, drop numbers. He was definitely very, like, good. But, obviously, he's definitely learned and improved a significant amount since I last played with him. But still, for him to do that in 2.5 months is still, or it was really 3 months. That's still crazy, so. Getting your lurking position where they hear steps and making them determine the play. MC 100% brought that in. Yeah, I need to just do this. This is so easy, especially against tier 2 teams and tier 3 teams that have like no discipline. This is just going to make the game so easy. And then they're doing, this is a signature thing that they're doing a lot. They just kind of throw a flash across the map, give them this false sense of hope.
Look at how disciplined this play from the guard is. They are waiting though.
Yep, and then he has felt out the setup. Hey, their B is weak. Let's come back. Good job. Wow, nice shot. That's just a whiff. So it would have got traded, but still, it, you know, obviously better. Wait, what? Oh, was he just? Oh, he's just bringing his ego to the fight. I respect that. Going for the one tap. Gets traded out. No big deal. This is ult in the corner. Okay, pretty standard. All right. This is the best round to watch. This has been so far the best round by far, in my opinion. This is like not really LG making a lot of mistakes. I mean, obviously there's still mistakes, but this is more so just really good on the guard. You got this garage pressure that shifts the setup out, and they get a kill with it. Now, this is the one thing that's like, that's unlucky and that sucks. That's a big hurt to your defense because A, it's Viper, B, like their A setup is completely shifted. But from there, everything shifts. Because they originally had this double, like, this setup that they had, or whatever, where they have this, but now now they're almost constantly paranoid of garage. They have to shift everything. Sova moves over. They continue to move slow. Net's vibing in this corner to hear some stuff out. He hears the Sova move off. Or, no, I guess he doesn't hear the Sova move off, but he probably, this is just, you know, Valen calls this is possible. This is probably what it is. Probably hears too. They're doing a lot of hearing. If I had to guess, he's sitting here just listening to this jump spot. So then obviously they have to have a player on garage. Okay, yeah, this is it. So he probably hears the jump spot from the Astra. That's good. They have to keep a player garage. Obviously, they're not just going to give that because, or at least they're not going to give it to the point where they won't know, or because if they did, they'd be trolling. And then they assume that the op is probably A because it's the one place they haven't seen her. So there's got to be maximum 1B. So they're like, all right, let's go freaking B. They go B. They get their spacing. Classic spacing by the guard. Really good job. Saya goes for the one tap just because he's feeling himself, whatever. But does get traded. They play the post plant really well. Boom. That's easily the best round in the whole game. That was beautiful. That was textbook, like perfect by excluding him trolling at the end, but that's fine. That was like textbook, like perfection. That's exactly how you should play. What's it called? That was amazing. Good round. That was freaking great. I'm glad that there was finally a round that was like, this is all the guard being like really good. That's what that round was. Cool. I like the call to double hold C-Link outside KJ ult. We're trying to play back. Yeah, well, that ult's like kind of weird. Doesn't do a whole lot. It just gets him off of B, which is obviously good. But yeah, they have enough numbers advantage to where they can just double hold a link, and it's not gonna cuck them. Mega CS calling, dropping Valen and C-Long, and then dropping that out B. Yeah, it's literally, they're just playing League of Legends. They just control worded the map, and they just know exactly what's going on. Alright, whatever. Anyways, not being a nerd. Beautiful round. That was amazing. So at this point, like, and this is like, I'm going to probably jump through this VOD a lot quicker now. Like, at this point, dude, it's, they're up 9-0. LG's on a save. Like, there's going to be a lot less, probably, not discipline, but there's going to be a lot less respect at this point, which is kind of what you see here. Now, this is still, like, respectful because they're following a dog. They're following that. They're putting stars down, whatever. But like, dude, it's a save. They got that. They're just absolutely smoking them at this point. They're just gonna rip into their face. Like they're just gonna run at them. And this is just an eco, so I'm skipping it. So this is the one round they lose, but I'm pretty sure this is like kind of what I meant, where it's like they kind of just are trolling and like there's lack of discipline just because whatever.
Avoid the operator is probably the biggest thing, and a very early hunt to Syria to try and find something. Double tag coming
Okay,
out.
so this is where this goodbye Dazzle, really good ult. Dazzle has some of the better of ults.
Double tag coming out though with a singular pick. That's the initiation.
He's doing the heal thing. Not that it really matters.
I mean, I can't even tell you the last time that
Please
LG
don't troll
actually
Moose.
won
There's no
the
way.
actual initial
Okay, so he does get
contact.
one, but like, dude, like, why? I feel like there's no reason for that, man.
I mean, I can't even tell you.
Like, you just got a kill. Why are you walking out of garage? You get one, and that's good, but like, what? I feel like that's just weird. Anyways, whatever. It is what it is.
And there you go.
Let's see if that actually is kind of part of their downfall. It might be.
Out of the smoke now, Sai is trying to compensate for it. That's to say the least. He's going right into the middle of sight, where he's actually already spotted two because this recon.
Saya!
Size good for 2. Their spacing is a little. Not spacing. That's not the right word.
He's going right into the middle of sight, where he's actually already the smoke now. Sai is trying to compensate.
I think this is pretty. This is pretty high risk by Saya. Because that fades, Dazzle could easily peek him right now. Scaling, yeah, there you go, that's the word. You know what I meant. Yeah, I don't like this dart. There's no reason for this. You know Jet has dashed into sight. Or sorry, not that there's no reason for this, I just don't think this is the right play. You know Jet's dashed into sight and you're scanned. Like, I think you just gun out and fight, right? I feel like that makes a lot more sense. Valen, my freaking guy, thanks for the raid, brother. Hope your stream was good. Hey, y'all look clean. Good stuff, dog. Hope to see you guys keep crushing it. Appreciate the raid, my friend. Appreciate it. Anyways, okay, so what I was saying is, yeah, I feel like this is just not, I don't know, this is a little awkward. It's like you can just expect, thanks for the follow, by the way, brother. You can just expect, like, we're dashed in, they have a dart scanning us, like, you should just gun out and fight, I feel like. I don't like this. This just doesn't really make sense. So, I don't know, nonetheless, good job by Saya to capitalize on it. And like I said, I think at this point, it's like, we're up 10-0, like, whatever, dude. And then let's just kind of see how this plays out. Okay, so probably pretty standard coast. I'm just going to jump ahead a little. Okay, nice shot by B-Dog. Okay, then he just jet knives. Hydrate? Actually, you're probably right. Constrated. Ooh, wait a minute. I like that. I like that a lot. Part of me doesn't think it's intentional, but if it is, this is creative. Throw that. Fake dash in. No, okay, that looks like it was unintentional. Regardless, this is like doable. That is an option. I don't know if he's not ready for it or what, and then it's a good shot. Nice, cool. We are so sweet. Anyways, cool. All right, so 10-1. Jesus. All right, let's check out this last round. So this is their first official like A scale out of the rip, but Saya is better, I guess. Dude, I feel like you gotta freaking. I'm gonna watch this Mr. Under Thoughts. I'll show you the round I really liked. A lot of this is Luminosity trolling. Like, I don't want to take credit away from you guys, of course. Like, you guys definitely are playing really well, but like, there's a lot of stupid peaks that I'm seeing. Like a lot of stupid peaks that I'm seeing that just don't make any sense. The biggest one was round, let's just go back. I can just show you. This round, like, bro, how did they lose this? They got 2, all right? We know they're in B. We can expect a lurk, and we have a line on A. What is this fight? That doesn't make any sense. Absolutely no reason for that. And then Mata should have expected a lurk here, I feel like. Or not that he should have expected a lurk, but there's no reason to, like, not expect a lurk. Like, if they literally get to this point... Here, let me pause on the right timer. Right here, this works. They literally do this. Double up here. Double up here. They can't lose. It's impossible. Like, it's impossible for them to lose the round if they just double up in those corners. But instead, their spacing is off. Like... Yeah, exactly. Like, what are y'all gonna do in this position? Like, there's nothing you guys can realistically do. Because if you hero run at them and they're doubled up, they're just gonna trade you out. Like, I don't know. It just felt really awkward. Like, this fight, like, spiraled at all. And then that, good by you. That's a really good lurk. I know you heard this. I see you getting up in this spot a lot. which, or not a lot, but here and there. Like, that's really good. Yeah, really good job by them, or by you guys, and then that just gets traded out. Now it's just typical 2v. But even, like, here, like, this is also troll. It's like, we know Ned is bottom mid. That's where he just killed Dazzle. Where else is he going to be? The bomb is down. And if you were last bottom mid, you're not. How are you gonna be CT? Like, I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm missing here, but that just this round was really confusing to me. Like, there was just so many. Just like, what is going on? Yeah, that was super strange. And then I'll show you the one round I really liked. It was my favorite round for sure. It was the one round, I think, and like I said, I don't want to take any credit away from you guys. It was the one round where, like, it was 100% just y'all doing the right things. Like 1,000,000%. But even like here. Oh, wait, no, actually not this one. This one's fine. That was a bonus. Or an eco. Let me skip ahead. I'll find it. I just want to, like, summarize. This was troll. This was like, bro, why? Like, how? It's 20 seconds left. There you have your wall up, and you have double mollies. What are we doing? Like, we're playing anti-flash, but then we stop playing anti-flash. It's like, we have a site set up. Literally, kind of at least. This little one-way smoke, which I'm stealing this, by the way, is a thing. Like, why are we here? Like, they have to scale into us now. Like, right now. You guys have to scale in. Have to. If you just play back sight, they swing your teammate that gets this kill. Moose is good for 1 or 2. And then it's just like, now everything evens itself out. It's like, that also is so, like, weird. Anyways, all right. Well, those are all the cool things, and then 8 or 9. Okay, let me find it. I think yes, this round. I think. Okay, so this round was like godly. This is like, I think, textbook Haven gameplay right here. I think this is actually the best way to play the map and how you should do it. So you start off with the garage. I'm gonna just rerun through it like as I'm talking to anybody. So you start off with the garage pressure. So whenever, like I said, I'm restarting from the beginning. Whenever you have like, every map has a choke point, right? Like Haven has, like, every map has multiple, I should say, but the big ones are garage and short. Whenever you disrupt those spots, it really makes the defense have to rethink their setup. And that doesn't even mean like take it. Like, if you take it, that's great. But if you disrupt it, that's where it really gets weird. So we see this dog get shot and we see him dash in. Cool. Now this is like, that sucks, but also like, I don't know why he's doing that. I mean, I know why. He's trying to spam the Viper thing, but like, whatever. And so that's really good. And so we back up. That this is like where it all gets really interesting, because like what happens whenever you do something to a choke point like this is it completely shifts all of the defense. The only person that's not shifted is B-Dog, because like you just don't move as object on this map specifically. Like you get your line, you hold it. Like that's just your job. Everybody else moves. Their site setup is now changed around. He's forced to rotate around. That's great. We see Net just kind of vibing in front B. You're sitting here. And so the time keeps going. Whatever, we're just chilling out. Everything's going slow. This is what we hear. This is the second like beautiful part of it. You're sitting in long C, you just hear this jump spotter. They're jump spotting C. So if we hear a jump spotting C, we know there's one C. They're obviously not going to leave garage. They're just not. We know the turret is top B, so there has to be a body in garage, and we can expect the jet up on an A line, because why else would it? She's not going to be anywhere else. So that way, after that, we can expect absolute max. There's 1B. Guess what happens? There's 1B. He swings, goes for a kill. Unfortunate he misses it, but regardless, probably would have got traded. Yeah, and then like from there, it's like everything else is good. This was funny by Saya. He just goes for the one tap, but it's fine. Yeah, they double up on that. They back up. You hold this like lane. Really, really good job. Nice. Like this round was perfect. I think that was like actually like textbook perfection. And even if none of that was exactly how you guys were trying to play, I'd like, that was really good. Bro, we've been on the same round for 10 minutes. I'm boosting Valen's ego, bro. Relax. Let me do what I want. Anyways, all right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Anyways, all right, yeah. And then from there, like, I'm assuming you guys are just up like 10-0, like whatever, dude. We're just gonna run around the map and just do whatever we want. But all right, but this is another thing. Like,
I mean, I can't even tell you the last time that LG
why? Like, what are we doing, man? We have a pick. We have a Viper on Haven. Like, they can't play the game when they're down a numbers advantage because we have a Viper. And, like, they just give this to you. Anyways, I already went over this round. Where were we? Okay, so I didn't see this round. This looks, I think this is the first, like, scale, like, hard A hit. Yeah. Nice. Okay, this is really good. So we updraft. We see that there's nobody here, so let's just freaking get out. We do leave net. I see you guys leaving net a lot. I really like that. I'm going to steal that. Dubbin, we're stealing that. Net sits in corners like half the game because he can hear everything. And he gets free kills because of it. Nice, and then it's just, okay, yeah, numbers advantage, whatever. He's not so big thing, it's going to be a roll. Facts.
They think that the player puts in from the back with it.
Alright, oh wait, hold on, we're in pistol. I was just not even paying attention.
Pistol round.
Alright. Pretty standard setup here. I like the double B. Why is Mata on? Somebody asked me that earlier, actually. Do you normally not play KJ? I don't actually know. Okay, interesting then. I don't know. Only played Sky? I guess that's why. Like, who else is going to do it? That's the one thing they're replacing. I don't know. Interesting. Okay, hold on. Let's I'm just zoned out now. Okay. Nice. So we have the Viper wall here. Really good wall, to be fair. Looks like a just hard CXX. Let me see. Is there a pull anywhere in here? No, you just smoke it. Pop the mollies. Yeah, this looks like just lack of confidence. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like there's no reason to not run up here, surely, right? Like, they got their mollies where they want. They got the wall up, and they have their entire team here. I feel like at this point, they're just scared. It's what it looks like to me, at least. Maybe not. And then you guys are probably good for, like, some damage here, at least. Oopsies. Which is true. Ooh. This is interesting. I like this a lot, actually. Kind of get him in that, like, half lurk. Oh, looks like they're ready for it, though. Oh, baby. Then you guys just peek and just fry him.
These players back over in mid, but oh no, LG. That the player potential.
You two guys pushed A. We peel off C. We try mid instead of sitting. No, y'all are fine. I'm saying, like, it's like y'all are playing this perfectly. Like, why are I feel like this is a lack of confidence from them. Like, why are they like not scaling? Like, they have everything down that they want to. Yeah, and then this all makes sense because we've realized, like, we still have the turret up, we still have full garage look for the most part, at least. You always want to refight if your guys are in a good position. Yeah, that's true. Some teams just sit and wait. That's a good point, actually.
Oh no, LG.
You buy Ghost or Smokes. Can't use Classic. Honestly, it makes more sense. This is like the one thing that's nice about Astra. Like, most characters, actually, I'm pretty sure every character has some sort of pretty significant like util change when you buy either armor or the Ghost. But Astra's like, you're just getting 3 stars regardless. It's 3 or 5. Like, that's just how it is. So you can just literally buy whatever your preference is. Nice. Okay, and I see what you're saying. Yeah, this is really good.
They think that the player potentially would have went back into main.
Most teams are not going to re-hit. I see what you're saying there. That's good. Then you double fight mid. Beautiful. Nice, and then he's dead. Now it's 12-1. We probably just win now at this point. Did they get another one? Let's actually find out. Nope. Jesus. Alright, nice. Beautiful. Freaking godly. And you went demon mode. Oh, dude, this stat's the craziest part. The 100 kill assist. You were literally not, you were 100% involved. 3 of you, actually. Wow. That's kind of crazy.